We want to go back now to our top story, the deadly mass shooting in Las Vegas, where at least 58 people are dead, more than 500 others injured.
And many of those people will need blood. And as we showed you earlier, hundreds of people have lined up to donate. Well, Fox's Hal Eisner joining us live from a blood drive in Las Vegas. Hal?
You know, one of the things we've found through the hurricane in Houston, the one in Florida, and now this terrible thing here in Las Vegas, is that when bad things happen to good people, other good people come out and try to do something to help out. Take a look along in this. This entire parking lot has been a blood drive today. Some 600 people have been coming out. The line to get blood drawn is about 8 hours long. People like Don Miller from Chicago. He and his wife came here for a vacation. You're spending one of your days giving blood.
Whatever it takes.
Explain. What are your feelings?
Oh, you know what? I can go on vacation anytime, but when you have people in need, I mean, this is a really serious situation.
You heard this last night?
About midnight, I heard some commotion next door. People were talking.
You were staying at the MGM?
Yeah, staying at the, not at the MGM. We actually went down to the MGM earlier. We come back home, been over at the Hilton Grand Vacation Club on the Boulevard.
Okay.
People were talking loud next door, wondered what was going on, and I checked my cell phone and I saw that there was a shooting. And started, listening in on the police scanner.
And there you go. And, Don Miller, like so many others, coming down here to make a difference, coming down here to give blood. We're live in Las Vegas. I'm Hal Eisner, Fox News.
Heartwarming to see that community coming together. Hal, thanks. Law enforcement agencies all over the country are working to inform their communities about what they can do if they find themselves in an active shooter situation like the one that we saw in Las Vegas.
And Fox 5's Natalie Foltz spoke with the Fairburn Police Department about common misconceptions and keys to help you and your loved one survive a mass shooting.
It's the difference between life and death. The Fairburn Police Department tells me there are a few key things you can do if you ever find yourself in a mass shooting.
They're horrible tragedies, and the best thing we can do is to learn from them. So when people find themselves in cases like this, in mass shooting events, anything they can do to help themselves survive is worth it.
Fairburn Police Deputy Chief Anthony Bizidlo tells me horrific massacres like the one that's happened in Las Vegas happen all too often.
It's terrible, but they do seem to be happening more frequently, and they're larger and larger events, which is one of the things we teach. This seems to be an accelerating problem.
Deputy Chief Bizidlo says it's important for you to prepare for an active shooter situation. First, he says you need to try to avoid and deny access to the shooter.
If you can get away from where the shooting is taking place, get away as fast as you can. If you can't get away, if you're in an enclosed space, then you deny them the shooter. You deny the shooter access to where you are.
Deputy Bizidlo says a common misconception is staying in place, hiding, or getting on the ground.
This is not the most effective way to survive an active shooter event, because again, when the active shooter, if an active shooter does find you, you've got nowhere to run, you've got nothing to do, you've got no means to defend yourself.
If you can't avoid or deny the shooter, police tell me the next step is to try and defend yourself. Grab the shooter's gun if that's an option.
If you're standing right in front of the door, I've got you. Or if you're in the middle of the room over there, I've got you. But if you're stacked up over here, an active shooter comes in, exactly, and I don't even know you're there.
Deputy Chief Bizidlo says if you can remember these tips and pass them along to friends and loved ones, it may be the difference between life and death.
If it helps save somebody's life or helps keep someone from getting hurt, then it's worth it.
Right now, the Fairburn Police Department is hosting an active shooter educational session at the Fairburn City Hall, but they will have additional information on their Facebook page. In Fairburn, Natalie Foltz, Fox 5 News.
Chief